Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. Let's get started. For the last 10 years, I was with one cell phone service, AT&T to be exact, because they were the only cell phone service that was available for customers who wanted an iPhone, at least here in the United States. When the iPhone was first announced, it was exclusively available through AT&T, meaning if you wanted an iPhone, you had to cancel your membership or your service with a prior company, open up a new account with AT&T, and then you have the ability to purchase an iPhone or use an iPhone, at least one that wasn't jailbroken. Now, I didn't adopt the iPhone until the iPhone 3G. If you remember, when they announced the regular iPhone, they didn't have the subsidized pricing. And at the time, an iPhone was just too expensive for my tastes. But when they announced the iPhone 3G, then you can get it at a subsidized price, meaning that if you signed a 2-year contract with AT&T, then instead of paying $700, $800 for the phone, you'd only pay like $200 because they could lock you in at a certain price for a certain tier for the next 2 years. And I happily did that, as did many other people. And I stayed with AT&T loyally for the last 10 years and enjoyed being their customer, enjoyed getting services like HBO Max for free and other services that they offered to their customers. When I started becoming budget conscious, specifically during the pandemic, I started researching and seeing ways that I could save myself money. And if you've seen one of my prior videos about me switching from Spotify to Amazon, that was a money-based, a finance-based decision to save some money and get a similar service of what I was getting from Spotify, but from Amazon Music Unlimited. This was me following the same footsteps and me trying to save some money on my phone bill. And as I did the research, I realized that, it's pretty expensive everywhere you go unless you have a family plan. I wanted a single line. And if you wanted a single line with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data from Verizon, you're looking at about $80. If you're looking at AT&T, you're looking at about $85 to $90, which is what I was paying. If you're looking at T-Mobile, you're looking at about $65, $70. And those are just the big companies. If you look at Cricket, you're looking at about $40. If you're looking at Xfinity Mobile, you're looking at about $40 to $45. So everywhere that I looked, it was between that $40 range and the $90 range. And certain companies had some perks. Like for example, if you signed up with T-Mobile, then you get Netflix as an add-on. If you signed up with Verizon, you get Disney Plus on the house. But these are services that I already had. And yes, I was thinking about bundling them up together. So I was like, okay, can I save some money if I go this route and cancel my Netflix and let's say get T-Mobile and Netflix from T-Mobile? Will that be cheaper than me getting T-Mobile and Netflix separately? But then I did a Google search and typed in cheapest cell phone plans available. I found one called Mint Mobile, a company that I had never heard of before up until that point. Now today, Mint Mobile is very popular because they advertise a lot on YouTube, and you all know Mint Mobile because the co-founder is Ryan Reynolds. But at that time, I didn't know what Mint Mobile was. I did a quick Google search to find out more about them, read some reviews, and found out that they use T-Mobile's towers all over the United States, but they are able to keep their costs down because they don't have any physical locations for you to go to and sign up. Everything takes place online for you to just click and sign up and see first and foremost if you get service, and second, to see if it's a good fit for you. This by no means is a sponsored video. This is my genuine experience with the company, and I just wanted to explain to you my thought process as to why I chose them in the first place. The thing I love about Mint Mobile is they're very simple in their selections. What I mean by is this. One of my least favorite restaurants to go to is the Cheesecake Factory. And no, it has nothing to do with the service, it has nothing to do with the food, it has nothing to do with the ambiance, it has nothing to do with the columns or the decor or anything like that. The reason why I hate going to Cheesecake Factory is because that menu is the size of a goddamn novel. No cook in the world knows how to make that many dishes that well. And so for me, the idea of going to Cheesecake Factory is a crapshoot. What do I get? Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad? Or should I just stick with the main thing that I always get? What I love is a service like In-N-Out Burger. For those of you in the West Coast, if you're familiar, In-N-Out Burger has 3 options. 1, 2, or 3. Which one do you want? Now, yes, there's a secret menu, but that's a whole nother thing. It's really simple in its selection process because they have those 3 things and they do those 3 things really, really well. Mint Mobile is the exact same thing. They have 3 services and that's it. There's a $15 a month plan, a $20 a month plan, and a $30 a month plan. Now, those plans are more expensive if you don't buy them in bulk. That's how you can get your prices down. So what I mean by is this: if you just purchase month to month, which by the way, you can sign up for them month to month, which is the cool part, then the prices are higher. But if you sign in for a 12-month contract, then you lock in that super low $15 a month price, $20 a month price, $30 a month price if you want unlimited everything. And so I went ahead and signed up for the unlimited talk, text, and web plan, $30 a month, and locked that bad boy in for 1 year. I paid happily 1 year ahead and gave them $360 right off the bat because I didn't want to worry about my phone bill anymore. AT&T was charging me a monthly plan just to use my iPhone. Just to have my iPhone connected to their service was like $20 a month. Then it was like a $40 a month on top of that. There were taxes and fees and yada yada and all this stuff. Mint Mobile all together is like $370 odd for the year, including tax. That includes unlimited talks, unlimited text, unlimited data. And I had service from the big 3 companies in the past. T-Mobile from my Sidekick days, my Sidekick 3 days, and my Sidekick 2 days. Verizon and AT&T from when I got the iPhone. Service has been on and off for all 3 of those companies. Some of them have better reception in one spots that others don't, and some of them don't have reception in other spots that others do. So what my experience has been like for Mint Mobile is basically any other T-Mobile user here in Northern California. There are good spots and there are bad spots, but the good spots heavily outweigh the bad spots. Where like, let's say my reception is not that good, or my data reception is not that great, where I'm getting maybe like 2 megabits a second versus 20, 30, 40, whatever. But that is few and far between. I recently went to a festival in Half Moon Bay. My friend's on Verizon, I'm on T-Mobile. There are thousands upon thousands of people around us, and I have reception, no issues. I'm sending text messages, I'm making phone calls. Meanwhile, he's on Verizon and he doesn't have a single bar, flatline, can't see anything. No cell service at all whatsoever. Then there are other places that we've gone to where everyone around me has reception and I don't. So, you know, it's just like any other cell phone service. I haven't seen a knock that has made me go, nope, this is where they're not as good. No, they're just as good as any other cell phone service that I have had for legitimately a third of the price that I was paying before. Now, one of the downsides is I recently went out of country for a trip, and Mint Mobile does not cover anything outside of the United States. Now, you can purchase an international plan from them, but it is very limited and it is quite expensive. So if you want to do something like that, just be prepared that you are going to be paying more than you usually would if you signed up for like a roaming plan from another company. T-Mobile, for example, offers service in Canada, the US, and Mexico. So as long as you stay in North America, you're actually good. You're not paying anything additional. So those are things to keep in mind. If you travel often, maybe Mint Mobile is not the one for you. But if you are primarily in the United States, you don't travel outside of the country, then Mint Mobile, I think, is a fantastic solution for anyone who's looking to get very similar cell phone service that they get right now. I'm talking 5G speeds, I'm talking 4G speeds, LTE speeds. Then yeah, why wouldn't you want to save money? Just for reference, before I was paying $88 a month roughly for my cell phone bill. Today I pay $30 a month. Granted, I paid it 1 year ahead, but I happily paid it because I am saving $58 a month if you do the math. $58 a month for my cell phone service. That equates to over $600 a year in savings. I will happily pay you $360 right now for me to save $600 over the course of the year. To me, it's a no-brainer. Again, the service has been absolutely great. I don't have any complaints about it whatsoever. I just signed up for my second year moving forward, and I'm planning to stay with them as long as they keep this price that they do. Who knows, but as long as there's competition in the cell phone sphere, that's a good thing for us, right? That's a good thing for the consumer to get quality service at an affordable price without sacrificing the basic necessities. Those are call, text, and web, in my personal opinion. And that's it from me, everyone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. For now, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you soon.